right, you guys, so welcome to another Wunda Bar live, okay? We're gonna hit the whole body today, but we're gonna use, as our props today, the red TheraBand, the long red TheraBand. If you don't have a red TheraBand, you can always use a yoga strap or a long scarf, or nothing at all. Light dumbbells could come in handy if you wanted some weight through the upper body, but you're gonna have mobility with or without the red band, so don't worry about that so much. You're not gonna use that all of class. What you will use all of class is the yoga blocker, or most of class. We are going to be standing on it, so we are going to have some weight-bearing work, and we're also going to be picking it up. So I want you to think about, if you don't have a yoga block, grab something that you can stand on. That might be a stool, but something that you're not going to slip off of, okay? Or again, you can use nothing at all, okay? So that's totally up to you. Set your yoga block down on the side of your mat. We're going to start with that red band, okay? So we're going to bring those feet, actually we're going to bring our feet into first position to get started. So toes turned out, heels together. You're going to bring that red band and wrap that band around your palm. So you've got some tension right there. All right, now right from here, we're going to start by bringing those arms up and overhead on an inhale. Exhale, bring them back down to the top of the thighs. So you're externally rotated at the top of the hip or the top of the leg, right where that leg connects to the hip. Toes are turned out. All right, I got my inner thighs zipped up. I'm pulling my belly button up and in between my rib cage, and I'm feeling that mobility through the shoulder. The shoulder blades melt down the back body as I bring my arms overhead. Now notice, I'm not bringing my arms behind my head. Not yet. We're going to do some mobility work at the end of class where we'll do that, but right now I'm stopping those arms just in front of the ears. Now, we're going to pick this up a little bit. You're going to be stepping out to a wide second. So as the arms come overhead, you're going to step out to a wide second plie, pulse out on your band. Come back to first. Step out the other way. So you're alternating directions, in and out, stepping out to that wide second, pulse out on your band, into first, out, zip up into first. Good, wide second, feet are flat. Opening up on that red band, so I'm getting that length on my lift, and then I'm feeling those transverse abdominals kick in to open up on that red band. Good, open. Inner thighs give me depth, right? So my chest is staying tall, sternum over pubic bone. As I come into that plie, you're gonna feel that heart rate start to pick up here. Good, keep it going. Good, we're here for 4. We're gonna start to hold this. Okay, last 3. Feel those shoulders already, right? Last 2. Good, you guys. All right, now on your next one, you're gonna hold your plie. Hold it right there. Now, from here, we're just gonna give a little pulse out on that red band. Good, just a little pulse out. I would say the red band and plie work is some of my absolute favorite things to start class with. I really enjoy this to get the heart going, to get the body warmed up. Good, we're here for 4. Last 3. Good. Last 2, we're going to take this right into some side bending. So on your next one, you're going to hold that slight pulse open on the band. And you're going to inhale as you side bend up and over to your right. Up and over. Good. And then you're going to exhale back through center. We're going to go the other way. So I don't really care which side you start with. Good. Your inhale is going to bring you up and over. I want you to think about staying low in your plie, but lifting your ribs out of your pelvis. Good, keeping the alignment of sternum over pubic bone, right? We're not twisting, but I want you to think about growing longer as you side bend on that inhale. 2 more. Good, up and over. Exhale back through center. Don't let that plie move or shift. Inhale up and over. Good, now you're going to stay low through center, and we're going to work on that lower half a little bit. You're going to peel your right heel up all the way, or as far as you can go, and then bring it all the way back down. So we're going to work on that articulation through the front side of the ankle. We're alternating heels. Good, so right heel, then left. We're not coming out of our plie. We're staying nice and low. Good, I still got that little pulse open on my red band, so I'm active through the upper body. Belly button's pulled up and in. Good, and I'm feeling that shake start to set in as I peel my heel. It's not a pop and a drop of the heel. It's a controlled lift and lower, working on that gait, and that articulation through the ankle. Good. We're here for 4, 3, good. Last 2. Okay, on the next one, we're gonna hold our left heel lifted. Keep it up there. We're gonna side bend towards that lifted heel. So on your inhale, you're gonna lift up and over. Find that side bend one more time. And exhale back to center. One more time that direction. Inhale, up and over. Find that side bend. Good. Exhale back through center. Set that heel down. Pick up your right heel. Hold. You're going to side bend towards your right heel. Lifting up and over. Finding length on both sides of the body. Good. Inhale, up and over to the right. Exhale back through center. Now you're going to set that heel down and we're going to go around the world. Heels are on your mat. You're going to inhale as you circle or lift up and over to the right. Circle down and around through center, keeping the pelvis quiet and trying to maintain length on all sides of the waistline. Alternate directions. Go the other way. Inhale up and over. Good. Back to the other way. Alternating sides. Let's stay low in that plie. We've got one more. Lifting up and over. Good. Rolling through center. Coming back through the middle and hold it right there. Give me a little pulse in your plie. Tiny little lift and lower. 1 inch up and 1 inch down. Hang on. Let's add a little pulse of the band at the same time. Good. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Pick up that right heel one last time. Pick up that left heel one last time. Hold and balance. Good. If you can bring back that pulse of the inner thighs, bring back that pulse. If you can bring back the pulse of the red band, bring that back too. We've got both going on here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, so strong, 3, 2, and bring it all the way down and up. Now, we're gonna stay wide, okay? We're gonna bring up that cardio one last time before we hit some stability work. So keep your toes turned out. You're gonna plie through center, and we're gonna plie jump up and over to the left, and then down, up and over to the right. So again, alternating sides. Okay, you find that deep plie, and then we lift up on a diagonal. Okay, you got the tails of that red band kind of flying around. Again, if you don't want the red band, you don't have to have it. Now, even though you know we call these plie jumps, we don't actually leave the floor. Okay, we're gonna keep that big toe connected to the mat and find length down the side of the lateral side of the body. Good. Inhale, again, picking the ribs up out of the pelvis, finding length. Good. Exhale as you come into your plie. Good. 8. Woo. Here we go. Last 7. Getting that body warm because I'm cold and you guys are cold too. 5. Good. Here we go. Last 4. Good. Inhale to lift. Last 3. Good. Everything with purpose, right? Last 2. Nice and strong. Strong lift. All right. Right here. Bring it back to your plie and come all the way up, guys. Whew. All right. Let go of that. Well, don't let go of the red band, but loosen up your grip on it. We're going to grab the yoga block. Okay. Now, we're going to start with the left foot on the yoga block. Okay. So I've got my yoga block vertical to my body. Okay, and I'm gonna stay, or the short side towards me. And I'm gonna step with my left foot on the block. Now, the band, I'm gonna wrap around my palms again, just like I had it a second ago, okay? Now, depending on the size of your foot, I want you to make sure your heel is on the block. Maybe your toes are off, that's fine. But I'd rather your heel be on there nice and solid. Okay, you're gonna stand up on the block. Right away, you're gonna level out your pelvis, okay? Arms are gonna be long, facing the top of your thigh. And we're gonna start with a step back lunge. So right now, my right leg is free off the side of the block, and I'm gonna keep that level pelvis. I'm gonna step back to a split lunge. So both knees are gonna bend, and my arms are gonna come up and overhead. I'm gonna pull up and tap my knee with the band. Okay, come back, find a split lunge, both knees bend, and then I pull up and I bring my knee in front of my hip, so I tap that red band to my knee. Exhale, inhale to lift. Okay, so finding that strength through the inner line of that left leg to lift me and maintain stability on the block. Okay, the core, belly button's pulled up and in. Right, my arms are never coming past my ears when I lift them overhead. And both knees bend deeply for the floor. So that right knee tracks right under my hip. My left knee is behind my toes when I lunge. And up. Let's go for 4 more. 4. Good. Last 3. I like to give you guys a chance here to find stability instead of racing through this. Last 2, I want you to move slow. Good. Now on your next one, you're going to hold it down there. So we're going to find that lunge. Arms are up and overhead. We're going to hold. Now I want you to make sure your left heel is heavy in that block. And we're going to pulse. Right here. I want you to reach your left sitting bone away from your left knee. And reach your right hip forward. Okay, keeping that pelvis square. You should feel your left glute a whole bunch. Right, that left hamstring. 4, 3, 2. Now right here, you're going to bring your chest forward and shift your weight into the block. Okay, my arms are like I'm diving into it off a diving board. Arms are forward, and my weight is in the block. My right toes are light, and now I'm going to knee drive. I'm going to pull that knee into the band. Into the band. Right here. 8. I'm tapping my big toe behind me like I'm tapping it on glass. 6, 5, 4, stable through the left leg. 3, 2, now right here, I'm going to pull back up to that block. Okay, pull back up. Okay, now right from here, we're going to change the movement into a hinge. So my arms are going to stay out in front of the body. Thank goodness my wall is there. And we're going to reach the right leg back. Left knee is soft as we hinge and reach those arms straight for the mat. Good. Right leg is straight and strong. Pull it all the way back up. Pull the right knee forward. Good. Hinge. Rolling your left pelvis over the top of that left thigh bone. Okay, so my hips stay square. Okay, I want you to think about the back staying flat. You're hinging like a water pump. That right leg comes straight back. Eyes are on your mat. And then we pull back up, keeping the inside of the foot close to the body. Good. Lengthen it back. 4 more. 4. Good. Not too much tension on that band. That band is just more there as an accessory. Last 3. Good. I'm trying to just really focus on my balance and that control right there. Bringing it up. Last 2. Right, I'm trying to hit this hinge early on because I know how hard it is when we are fatigued. Good, bringing it back up. And I know balance work is one of the least favorites, so I like to try to incorporate it in class because I know you're not going to do it on your own as much as some of the other stuff maybe. Okay, let's take 1 more hinge and hold it. Okay, so we're going to take 1 more. Reaching that right leg back there, and you're just going to hold it right here. Good. Now, with that right leg, we're going to pulse it up. Up. Little lift and lower, right where that glute and that hamstring meet. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Bring it all the way back to standing. Now, let your right leg just hang down by your side. Now, level your hips still so your right foot is not on the floor. Still got that red band, and it is facing my thighs. We're going to do a shallow pistol squat. So you're going to reach your right heel for the front of your yoga block. So it's going to look like this. You're going to bend that left knee and tap your right heel on the mat out in front of you, straight off your hip. And we still want you to keep your hips level, okay? And then pull it back up to the right leg being under the hip. bend your left knee, send your right leg forward. Your right leg is straight. Your arms are going to come out to a front raise. And then you're going to come back up to standing. So it's a shallow movement. Shallow, but requires a lot of control and stability from the core to keep that pelvis level, right? And I want you to think about what's happening with your left knee. Make sure that left knee is still tracking with big toe, second toe. It's going to come in front of your toes here, and that's okay. That's okay. Good, let's go for 4 more. Good, we're not trying to reach the heel for the floor necessarily. It taps as we bend that left knee, so depending on the depth of your left knee and that bend, you might not be tapping the floor. 3. Good. Last 2. On your next one, you're just going to hold it out there, and we're going to pulse on the band. Pulse out. Make sure your heel is hovering just off the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way back up. Woo! Okay, let's shake out that left leg. All right, you're going to be coming down. So now we're going to get rid of the red band. Can't find my words. Put your red band back there. It'll wait for you for later. You're going to grab your yoga block. We're going to pick up that heart rate again before we hit the floor. So your toes are going to turn out, 45-degree angle. Okay, I'm going to hold the block the long way. So my hands are on the wide side. I'm going to be tapping the block to the floor. So I'm going to bend my knees. It turns into more of a sumo squat. You're going to tap the block. And as you come up, you're going to releve onto your toes. Tap the block, releve. Tap the block, releve. Now we are going to turn this into a jump, but if you don't feel like hopping today, you're going to stay right here. Okay, we're here for 4 more. 4. Good, last 3. Thinking of our inhale taking us up. Last 2. All right, now on your next one, we are going to be doing a hop. So right here, same thing. You're going to hop and come down and tap. Hop, down and tap. Hop, slow it down. Lift, slow it down. Good. I like to throw these in every once in a while because that power and that strength and that little burst through the heart is so important. We got 8, 7, 6. Good. 5. You've got 4. Notice how much I slow it down to tap. 3. Good. You've got 2. Last one. And bring it all the way up. Okay, keep your yoga block. We're going to come down onto our hands. Now, Amy, if this is tough on the wrist, come to your forearms. Maybe don't use the block, okay? But your hands are going to be on the block. All right, here we go. So your arms are on the block, collarbone wide. Roll your shoulders down your back body. We're in a plank. We're going to walk our hands on and off the block. So my right hand is going to start. Right hand goes to the floor. So does my left hand. My left hand comes back up, then my right. My left hand comes down, then my right. My right comes back to the block, then my left. Here we go. Right, left, left, right. Left, right, left, right. Good. So you're alternating your leading hand. I don't want you to think too much about that. Just keep moving and try to alternate when you think about it. Okay. Now, your pelvis and your hips, they're quiet. Okay. I want you to keep them quiet so you can have a wider stance through your legs to minimize the rock side to side through the body. All right, we're here for 4. Stepping on and off that block. Last 3. Good, you guys, we've got 2. Hang on. All right, we're gonna be staying up on the block. On the next one, you're gonna stay up on your block. Okay, now from here, we're gonna take our right knee and tap the block. Take it back. Left knee, tap the block. And bring it back. I'm not rounding the spine. I'm keeping a flat back. I have a shift that's happening through my shoulders and that shoulder girdle. All right, then my shoulders come slightly forward as I pull that knee in to tap the block. It's a little tap. Good, here we go. We're here for 8. Woo, hang on. Okay, we're almost done with this one. We're here for 7. Okay, we got a little hold coming up. We're here for 6. Keep those elbows soft. We're here for 5. Woo, pull that belly button up and in. You've got this. Last 4. Good. 3. Here we go. 3. Last 2. Don't go anywhere. Hang on. Tapping that block. Now, on your next one, hold your right knee to your block. Slide it down the side of the block and up. Down and up. So I'm tapping the mat and lifting to the top of the block. Tapping the mat, lifting up. So I'm pulling up right where my belly button is, pulling up through the middle of that thoracic spine. We're here for 4. Whew. 3. Pull. 2. Pull. Last 1. Pull. Take your right leg back. Left knee to the block. Hold. Tap the floor. And lift. Tap the floor. This is it. And lift. Tap and lift. Slide it up and down the side of that block. You're here for 4. Pull it up. Last 3. Pull it up. That belly button. Last 2. Last 1. Take that left leg back to your plank and come all the way down to your knees. Woo, and roll out the wrists. Take a quick child's pose if that feels good. All right, you guys, we're going to come onto our left forearm. So, onto your left side. Okay, promise we're not going to plank much more after this. We're going to move on to heavy ab work. So your left elbow is underneath your shoulder. You've got your yoga block. It's right there in front of you. Okay, so we're going to be picking it up. I want you to lengthen out your legs, and we're going to lift into a side plank. Now, you can lift with 2 stacked feet. Okay, that's going to be your most aggressive option. Second, you can take your right foot forward, so you have a staggered position. That's second. Or you can bend your bottom knee, okay, so you have the support of the bottom leg. That's third. All right, here we go. So find your side plank. Grab your yoga block. Bring that yoga block up and over the shoulder. We're going to sweep that yoga block under the waistline. So we're going to sweep. Look at the block and bring it back. Keep lifting out of your left shoulder and keep that alignment of shoulder over elbow. You've got 4 more sweeps. 4. Bring it up. Woo. Last 3. Bring it up. You've got 2. Sweep. Bring it up. Last 1. Bring it up. Now take your block, place it on your hip. Clamp the block between your forearm and your hip. Dips. Right here, you're just going to dip. Dip your hips. 2 inches up and down. 2 inches down and up. 4. Woo. 3. You've got it. Last 2. This is it. Last 1. And bring it all the way down. Woo. You're rolling onto your back. Okay, with your yoga block, we still got that beautiful yoga block. We're going to pass the yoga block. So come all the way down, supine position. Your tailbone is heavy. Okay, we're going to bring that block on top of our shins. Now I've done this with you before, I know I have, but we got a few variations. This is going to roll one right after another, so we're going to feel that core quite a bit. Your hands, okay? Your hands are going to start up and over the chest. So I want you to find that neutral spine. Ribs closed, tailbone heavy, a very slight lift in the low back. My knees are over my hips and closed, and my shins are parallel to the floor. We are going to find 1 ab curl. So on your exhale, you're going to curl the tips of the shoulder blades off the floor and hold. Space between chin and chest, and lots of length down the spine. Okay, from here, we're going to lengthen out our legs. So go ahead, elongate out with that block. Come back in and grab your block and bring it overhead. Good. Bring those knees in. Give it back to your shins and extend. Good. Bring it in. Grab the block. Extend. Okay, so we're lengthening out into that boat hold position every time. Oops, there goes my watch. Make sure that your biceps, okay, are stopping in front of your ears. Okay, so that we're keeping that beautiful ab curl. You're working on those neck extensor muscles at the same time. You've got 4 more right here. Whew. Good, hang on. You got this. Keep those legs, those inner thighs glued together. Last 3. We're going to change this up completely. Although we do have one isometric hold, you've got 2 more right here. I know you can do this. Hang on. Whew. I'm going to give you a choice on your hold. This is your last one. Legs go out with the block. Legs come in with the block. We grab the block. Now on your next hold position, I'm going to give you a choice. Your hands can have the block or your legs can have the block. Your choice. But you're going to lengthen out and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and pull it in. Head down. Take your yoga block, okay, to the inner thighs. Inner thighs, okay? You want short way, not long, not wide way. Okay, short way between the block, between the inner thighs. So just above the knee. Okay, tabletop position with your legs. So same thing, heavy tailbone, neutral spine, knees over your hips, shins parallel. Let's flex our feet so that we get length through the back line of the leg. Okay, we're going to take our hands this time and give our head, neck, and shoulders a little support. We're going to interlace those fingers behind the base of the skull. And on your exhale, keeping your elbows wide, we're not going to yank on the neck. We're going to traction the skull out and back to find that ab curl. Okay, holding our ab curl, we're going to do a little twist. So we're going to twist to the left first. My right elbow is going to reach for the yoga block. And then we're going to come back through center. Twist to the right, left elbow reaches for the yoga block. Come back. Good. Every time we come back through center, I don't let my head drop. I keep it lifted. Okay? And when I twist, I'm thinking about bringing up my opposite shoulder blade. So I twist to the right, my left shoulder blade picks up off the mat. I twist to the left, my right shoulder blade picks up off the mat. So I'm thinking more, even though I say reach your elbow for the yoga block, I don't expect you to touch the yoga block. What I want you to think about is your ribs twisting towards that yoga block more than anything else. Good. Twist. Good. Your opposite elbow and forearm stay towards the floor. Okay? We're here for 6. Hang on to this. We're going to change it up again. In 5. But we have a little pulse first. In 4. Hang on to this. Hang on. Good. Keep tractioning that skull out and back. That takes time to get that traction at the same time that you're working on the ab curl, right? Those 2 different things to think about. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, just like we've been doing. Now on your next one, you're going to twist and you're going to hold. I don't care which direction you're in. Hold it. You're going to pulse your elbow for the block. Pulse it for the block. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come all the way back through center. Twist the other way. Hold. Pulse your elbow for the block. Pulse it for the block. 8, 7, 6. Breathe through this. 5, 4, 3, 2. And come all the way through center. Pulse it through center. Pulse it through center. Right here. You think I was going to let you go? Not yet. We're here for 8, 7. 1 inch up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And bring it all the way down. Okay. Keeping your yoga block, we're going to take it between the quads and the elbows. So between the thighs and your elbows. So you're going to have it nice and flat, wide way, okay? And you're going to bring your elbows to your block. Now, I want you to still find that ab curl again. So when you're ready, hands are by your ears. You're going to exhale as you draw the tips of the shoulder blades up for that ab curl, okay? I promise you, we're almost done. Those poor abdominals, right? Hold. Now press your elbows into your block. You're going to extend your right leg, okay? Flex your foot. Reach your heel towards the floor. Think about the hamstring delivering the leg. Bring the leg back to the block. Lengthen your left leg all the way out. Hold. And bring it back. So you want your leg Okay, if you can maintain a neutral spine, you want it to come straight off the hip. Now, if you can't maintain that neutral spine and you're getting a big lift in your low back, I want you to keep that straight leg higher. Okay, good, hang on. Keep your ribs closed. Press into your block. Whew, we're here for 4. Reach your right leg. Good, bring it back. Reach your left leg. You're alternating your legs. We've got 3 more. We do have a hold. 1 hold in each. 1 hold in each. Good. Last 2. Hang on, you guys. You've got this. Keep pressing that block so it's nice and stable when that leg leaves. Good. Last full set right here. Right. Pull it in, and then the left. Okay, now right here, you're going to extend your right leg and you're going to hold it. Now we're going to point that toe and draw little circles. Pick one direction. I don't care which direction you go. Hold it there. For 6. For 5. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. Pull your leg back to your block. Left leg goes. Point the toe. Little circles. Little circles. For 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And pull it all the way in. Woo! And set your head down. Oh, we did it. We hung on. Okay. Your block is going to come back to your inner thighs. We're going to work a little bit on that lower wall. Okay, so we're going to keep the shins parallel to the floor. Legs are in tabletop. You can point your toes on this one. Okay, you've got that block right at the inner thighs. Now, arms are going to come long by your side. We're going to do a little pelvic tilt. So we're going to lift the tailbone off the floor. So it's going to look like this. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, pick up the tailbone and bring it down. Good, it's a lift and a lower. Now I'm pressing my forearms and my palms into the floor. When I lift, okay, I control the lower. I control and slow the lower down. So I want you to think about reconnecting your spine back to the mat, but as slow as you can. Okay, now if you want to pick up your forearms and just have the connection through the elbows and the tricep, that's going to challenge the body even more for stability. Okay, I want you to slow your roll. Okay, slow it down. It's a little pickup and then a roll down. You're here for 6. Good, we're going to be moving the yoga block to our feet in 5. Good. My whole lower half is shaking. 4. Good, you guys. Last 3. Keep it going. Keep it going. You've got 2. Slow the connection back to the mat. On your next one, okay, we're going to hold tabletop. Take the block. Bring it to your feet, to the inside of your feet, and lengthen your legs straight up over the hips. Okay, so this is a hard position to hold for a lot of people too, depending on how tight you are through your hamstrings. So if your knees are not open and straight, that's okay if they're a little bit bent, but I want you to work at flexing the foot and really reaching through the heel, okay? Now my arms are gonna come up over my chest and we're gonna curl towards the toes, okay, or towards the block. So on your exhale, you're gonna curl, tap the block if you can, and come down. Curl and tap, good, and I'm extending through the length of the back line of my leg to try to keep those legs lifted and straight. Okay, my tailbone is connected to the floor, so it may look like my legs are not completely over my hips, and that's okay. They're actually not, right? They're a little bit forward because I don't want to take my pelvis into a posterior tilt. I want to keep those hip bones shining straight up. Okay, keep that long space between navel and pubic bone as you reach for your block. You're here for 8. Whew. 7. Good, you got it right here for 6. Last 5. Good, you got 4. Last 3. 2. Last 1. You're gonna hold your next one. Hold, 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 hold. Hold, reach for that block, reach, reach, reach. Lengthen through the back of your legs all the way for 6. For 5, for 4. Last 3 and 2, and bring it all the way down. Bend those knees. Whoo-wee. Okay, rolling on up. We're coming onto our right forearm. So we're going to do that side plank on the other side. Okay, now Luckily, we don't have to do those mountain climbers again. But this one we have to hit again. So you're gonna have that block hanging out right in front of you. Your right elbow is on the floor. You're gonna lengthen out your legs, okay? Stack your pelvis. Now, again, you have your choice. Stacked feet, staggered. Your left foot would be in front of your right, or your bottom knee down for that support through the lower half, okay? So find your side plank. Today, it's different every day, I know. Right elbow is under the shoulder. You're gonna grab that block. You're gonna bring that block up and over the shoulder. Okay, extend that arm. From here, we're gonna sweep the block under the waistline, and I want you to follow the yoga block with your eyes. Inhale, take the block up. Good, sweep it under the waistline. You're getting a little twist from that upper rib basket, and bring it back. Good, hang on, you've got 4 more right here. Twist and reach. Good, last 3. Now yes, 3. We've got that hip dip coming up. Last 2. Good, 1 more, sweep. Come all the way back. Now take that yoga block, place it at the top of that left hip. Clamp it down, okay, with your elbow. Now right here, you're gonna dip and lift. I'm going about maybe 2 inches down. Make it small. Make it small. I want you're gonna feel that right shoulder and that right transverse abdominal muscle really strongly, those transverse abdominal muscles, right? But we're here for 4, hang on. Lift up out of that shoulder for 3. Good, last 2. And last 1. And lower it all the way down. Whew. Okay, all right, what's next? We're gonna stand up on that block, I believe. Yes, okay, we're gonna pick up that heart rate one more time. So that touchdown yoga block we did before, we're gonna do it again. Okay, I brought these back a couple times throughout the routine to just up that heart rate. So toes are gonna turn out at 45. Holding my yoga block the long way. Okay, we're gonna start with that releve. We're gonna plie, it's turning into a sumo squat because we're tilting forward. I'm gonna tap the block and I'm gonna releve to my toes. Good, tap and lift. Tap and lift. That's it. Good. So we're gonna turn this into a hop in 6. Whew. Oops, I lost my releve there. 5. Good, you've got 4. Nice and strong. 3. Good, inhale to lift. 2. Good, last 1 with the releve. Now if you wanna take the hop, right here you're gonna hop. If you wanna stick with that releve, you can stick with that releve. Good, hang on, slow it down for the tap. Slow that tap. Good, it's not super fast on that descent, right? Eccentric right there. Good, we're here for 8. Whew, 7. Good, 6. You've got 5. Good, 4. 3. Excellent. 2. Last 1. Hold your tap. Hold it there, just hold. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. Last 4. Woo, 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way up. Whew. The legs, oh my. Okay, oh my. We're gonna step on that block. So place the block down on your mat. You're gonna grab that red band back again. Okay? Let's make sure I don't forget anything. Always gotta double check those notes. Okay, your right foot is gonna come onto your block. Now remember, you want the heel connected. If the toes hang off a little bit, that's okay. Okay, so step up onto your block, find center. Wrap that red band around your palms so you've got some tension. I'm gonna level out my pelvis. Okay, my left foot is hanging out in the air, but I've got my level hip pelvis. Okay, from here, we're gonna start with that step back lunge. So I'm gonna step back with my left foot. Both knees bend, my arms come overhead, and then as I come up, I pull the knee to tap the band. Step back and lift up. Okay, now, it's very possible one side's gonna feel way different than the other side. Okay, it's normal, we're not perfectly symmetrical. So one side's gonna probably feel more wobbly than the other. This side's gonna feel wobbly because you're tired, so no matter what, it's gonna be a little extra wobbly. Good, and I want you to remember that you're picking up that knee just off the hip. Okay, that psoas brings the knee up. Okay, so that's a core, tight core movement right there. Whew, you've got the strength of the inner line of that right leg. Your right knee is tracking with big toe, second toe as you bend, and it stays behind the toes. We've got 4. Whew. Last 3. Got tension on that band. You can always add pulsing in there if you want as you work. Good. On your next lunge, you're going to hold it. So hold it down there. Press your right heel heavy into that block. Yes. Oh, my watch keeps talking to me. Okay. Pulse. Pulse your lunge. 1 inch up and down. You're sending your right glute away from your right kneecap. Hold it there. Pull that belly button up and in. You've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Right here, you're going to shift your weight into the block. So straighten out your back leg. Yes. Arms are forward. They're surrounding my ears. My toes are light. I'm going to drive and tap. Drive and tap. I'm tapping my left big toe like I'm tapping glass. Okay, nice and light. My weight is heavy in that yoga block. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Pull up. Pull up to your flamingo position. Okay, now we hinge. Okay, so find your balance. Ground the inside of that right foot. We're going to send that left leg back as we hinge forward. Flatten that back. Spread the red band wide as you hinge. That's going to help you keep the collarbone wide. And then pull back up. Whoo! Here we go. Hinge. Reach it back. Nice long leg. Level out the pelvis. Don't race through this. Okay, I want you to worry about your form. Don't worry about the pace I'm going at. Worry about your pace. And make these quality movements intentional, right? We're not going to race through and just hit it and then come back, because we're not going to get anything from that. We want to gain strength here and balance and mobility. Whew, all at the same time, right? It's a lot. It's a lot to think about. Pilates is a lot. Good, and come back. We got 4 more. 4 more. Pilates is not for the faint of heart, right? You got to have it all in it. Good, and come back up. We got 3 more. 3 more. Hang on. We're going to have the last one be a hold. Oh my goodness, that right glute. I'm definitely wobbly on this side. My right leg is wobblier than my left. Last 2. Weird though, because I'm right-handed. So strange. Good, bring it back up. Okay, last one you're going to hold. Okay, so right here, find your beautiful hinge. Open up a little on that red band to keep your back nice and flat. Pull your belly button in, roll your left hip down, hold, hold, hold. Pulse that left leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come back up. Whew, try not to lose it. We got that pistol squat. So I'm going to straighten out my left leg. Find my balance. Okay. We're going to have those palms still facing the thigh. We're going to bend the right knee. The left leg stays straight as my heel reaches forward to tap the mat. And then I come back. I'm doing a front raise with that red band. So my arms float up. And I'm hugging the yoga block with my left foot a little bit when I start to lose balance. So I don't want you to do that too much, but if you start to lose balance, bring that foot against the yoga block and find that right there, okay? Your right knee is still tracking with big toe, second toe, and I'm not dipping my pelvis. My pelvis remains level as I reach that straight leg forward. Okay, we've got 4 more right here. Relax those right toes. 4, and bring it up. Good, last 3, and bring it up. Last 2, and we have a hold at the end. Hang on. And I have a mirror right in front of you, and I know if you don't have a mirror, this can be difficult and challenging the body to feel. So on your next one, I want you to hold, and this is where I want you to keep the hover of that heel off the floor. So I'm not resting my left heel on the mat, it is hovering off the mat. I'm level with my pelvis, my belly button is pulled in. My shoulders are down my back, and I'm holding here, and I'm going to pulse out on my band for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, last 4, and 3, last 2, and bring it all the way up. Holy moly, step off the block. Okay, guess what? Get rid of the block. Thank goodness. Get rid of the block. Okay, you're going to come down to your mat. Okay, we're going to come seated. We're going to do a quick little teaser before we do some leg mobility. Guys, you got through that very nicely. Okay, feet. You're going to wrap that red band around the arches of your feet. Okay, you're going to lengthen both legs all the way out, and with control, both tails are in my hand, we're going to roll down to the floor. So, hinging off the sitting bones, curling at the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, and we're coming all the way down. Okay, now we're going to bring our legs up into tabletop. Okay, you can glue your inner thighs together, and we're going to bring our arms up over our chest. You want tension on the band. The band is going to assist here, or it's meant to assist a little bit. So the looser the band, the less help you have from the band. We are going to roll up to teaser, but I want you to keep your knees bent. Okay, so on your exhale, you're going to draw the shoulder blades up. We're going to pull on the band to get lift. So that's where you want the tension on the band. Okay, less tension, less support from the band. Now once you're at the top, hugging your thighs close to your chest, you're going to extend through your heels. Good. Bend at the knees and slowly roll back down to the mat. Good. Extend those arms back up and over the chest. Same thing. Okay, exhale, curl on up. Find your lift, find your pull. Hold. Okay, now right here, you're going to extend through the back line of the leg. Hold. Okay, bend those knees in. With control, shins are parallel to the floor. We slowly roll back down to the mat. Okay, we've got 2 more just like that. Curling and lifting up. My legs are going to extend a little bit as I pull up. Pull the knees close to the chest. Okay, right here, extend through the heel. Good. Bend the knee, and with control, slowly roll it back down to the mat. This is our last one, so we're going to hold it longer. Okay, come on up. Find your lift, find that pull. Length through the psoas, open the chest. Now from here, you're going to lengthen those arms out the same as your legs. Try to hold it right there. Good, and breathe. Now take your arms 2 inches up and down. 2 inches up and down. So 2 inches closer to my ear. That's where I'm going with my biceps. 2 inches closer to my ear. Good, keeping the lift. Every time you loosen on the band, you feel a little more shake in the legs and through that connection through the inner thighs and the psoas. Good, you're going to find less support, right? More shake. Here we go. We're here for 4. Woo. Last 3. Woo. Feel that shake turn on when you loosen that band. Last 2. And this is your last one. And slowly, you're going to roll it back down to the mat. Woo. Okay. Now, really quickly, this is nice stuff now. We're heading into that stretch. You're going to keep your left foot in the band, right leg on the floor. Okay? Now, I'm going to put both of the tails of the red band in my right hand, and I'm going to glue my right elbow to the floor. So both elbows are glued to the floor. I've got my left leg up. My left leg is going to do a little circle now. I'm going to start by hinging that left leg down, and I'm going to take it out laterally, up and around, back over the hip. So making a little circle with that left leg. So finding mobility at the top of the hip, right? We worked hard there on that hip. We had a lot of hip work today by standing on that yoga block, finding stability and strength to keep that pelvis level. Whew. One more in this direction, and we're going to take that circle the other way. Okay, you're trying to keep your right hip stays down. Now take your leg out laterally and bring it down and around. Lift it back over the hip. Good, out to the side. Open up that inner thigh, down and around, back over the hip. Now I'm keeping my tailbone glued to the floor. I'm keeping a neutral spine and closed ribs the entire time. 2 more in this direction. Whew. Good, last one. Good, now keeping that leg back over the hip, I'm going to tighten my grip on that red band, and I'm just going to allow that left leg to float out to the left. Okay, keep your arms glued to the floor so you've got that anchor point for the red band. Okay, and I'm just going to give that left leg an inner thigh stretch. Now, my left hand is also on the red band, so I'm kind of supporting the red band a lot through the upper body to keep that leg hovering off the floor and just give that nice stretch. 4, 3, last 2. Bring that leg back up over the hip. Now, we're going to take that leg across the body. So keeping the tails in the right hand, we're going to pull that left leg over to the right. Okay, let your left hip peel off the floor, and you're going to feel a stretch down the outer line of the leg, that IT band, usually pretty tight. But hang on right there. 4, keep that foot really flexed. Lead with your heel. Last 3, and 2. Good, bring that leg back over the hip. Then we're going to bring that leg all the way down and switch feet. So just go ahead and slide your right foot into the band and take out your left. Okay? Okay, same thing. Bring that right leg back over the hip and find some nice tension on the band with your left hand. Glue your elbow down to the floor. Both elbows are down. Okay, that right leg, foot is flexed. We're going to lower the leg down towards the floor with our heel, and then bring it out laterally to the side, up and around over the hip. Making that circle first. Drawing a circle, down and out with that leg. Keeping the ribs closed, the core is, so this is still active work through the core, okay? To hold everything nice and stable as that leg finds that mobility work at the hip. Everything's got to stay nice and stable. Good, let's go for 2 more in this direction. Good, these are nice exercises to just do on a daily, especially if you're a runner or a cyclist. Now have that leg up over the hip. Take that right leg out to the side first, and then down and around. Okay, so we're reaching it to the right, down and around. Good, away from the midline, down and around. Keeping that left hip glued to the floor, both elbows are down. You've got 2 more in this direction. Out and around. Whew, 1 more. Out and around. Good, bringing it back up over the hip. Now, keeping that band, I like it actually in both hands for this, but glue your elbows down, and you're going to take that right leg out to the right. Okay, hopefully I have enough room. I have to move away from my wall. Out to the right. Open up that inner thigh. Hold right there. Keep that foot flexed. Keep your left hip down, and find that stretch right there for 4. Last 3, 2. Good, bring that leg back over the hip, and now we're going to find a tighter grip with our left hand on the band and take that leg across the midline. So right leg over to the left. Good, you can pull on that band a little bit, keep the foot flexed. Hold it there for 4, 3, my right hip is off the floor, last 2. Good, bring it all the way back to center, and bring that leg all the way down. Whew. That feels good. Okay, come on up, take the band off your foot. Okay, we're gonna be in a quick kneeling position. Just hit that upper body really fast, okay? I know, my stretch always takes us over. I kind of save that to the end for that reason. If you wanna hang on for it, you can. Okay, those arms, or those hands are gonna wrap inside the red band. You're in a high kneeling position. Palms are facing your thigh. And now we're gonna take those arms behind the head. So you're gonna bring that band up and overhead. Okay, and if comfortable, you're gonna let the arms open up and come down towards the hips. Okay, so they came around my back body. I'll give you a side view on this one. Okay, up and around, finding mobility from the shoulder. Ribs are closed. Okay, don't let my ribs flare. Notice how I do not open up the rib cage massively or arch my low back to bring the band back. Okay, it's mobility from the shoulder. Now this mobility does not work for everybody. So if it's uncomfortable, you can always bring the band up and overhead and just find a W pull behind your head. Okay, and then lift it back up. Okay, but if that big range of motion works, let's go for 2 more. Bring it all the way down, tap the band towards the glute, and all the way around towards the front, tap the thigh. Last one, come over, tap the glute. Good, come around, tap the thigh. Now, keeping the band up and overhead, we're going to find a little side bend on your inhale. We're going to take that band up and over to the left, lengthening the ribs up and out of that pelvis 1 more time. Good. Exhale through center. Inhale up and over to the right. We got 2 more side bends, guys, and that's it. We're going to roll up. Good. Exhale through center. Inhale up and over to the left. Lengthen, lengthen, and lift. Exhale back through center, kind of like the way we started, right? Inhale, up and over. Coming all the way back through center. Bring your arms down. You can hang on to the red band if you'd like, or you can get rid of it, your choice. You're going to keep your knees soft as you hang down over your legs. Your legs are underneath your hips. Okay, and from here, we're going to round and stack that spine, one vertebrae at a time. Arms are going to lift up and overhead. If you still have the red band, great. If not, that's okay. A little open on that red band. Bring the arms down to the top of the hips, guys, and you are all set. All right, you guys, you did it. Another Wunda Live in the bags, right? Nice work. Tough stability work, tough strength work, and a lot of that stability and balance work I do on purpose because I know it is not something we like to do on our own, but balance is so important and crucial. As we get older, it tends to deteriorate, so don't ever let that go. Hang out, do it with us. We'll do it together, right? Because we're stronger together, we just are. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.